Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me from a remote location, we've got Joe.
Hey, man.
And from another remote location, Jimmy.
What's up?
Hello, boys. How's everybody doing?
Pretty good. I mean,
That's good.
fairly healthy house, except for a pretty raspy child. But, you know, he's living life.
You gotta, cut down on his cigarettes. It's,
He's a nasty
not
habit.
great.
I heard he switched to menthols last week.
You got him on the patch. It's weird.
It weirdly started as you were trying to get him to stop sucking his thumb, so you gave him some cigarettes. But,
Suck on this, kid. No, yeah.
Well, problem was he dipped his thumb in bourbon, so that because he was wouldn't go to sleep, so then he would suck his thumb, and then he would only go to sleep with that. So he tried to wean him off of that, but he had to wean him off of the thumb. Then the cigarettes happened. So
yeah.
the kid's a degenerate.
He's not smoking the cigarettes. We're not animals. We're just rubbing
in his
the
mouth.
tar on the nicotine on his gums.
Yeah. It's more for the look, really.
It is a cool looking baby.
Yeah, with the jean jacket. I mean,
The jean jacket, cigarette hanging out at the mouth.
oh god.
Well, especially with the pack of cigarettes rolled up in one of his sleeves. It's as big as his arm.
It's bigger, actually.
Yeah. Cool. It's a cool looking kid.
Yeah.
Well, yep, we're flying remote today, listeners. In my house, currently upstairs, there is COVID's running wild somewhere upstairs in my house, but I am hunkered down in the safety bunker of the basement, so everything's fine. And apparently I'm still immune to it because I don't think I got it yet.
Nice. 2.5 years-ish later. It's impressive.
And no positive case yet. Not by me.
That you know of.
Yeah, currently. I mean, we'll figure it out. I'll get it one day. It'll get me one day.
Yeah, I don't want you to be left out.
Oh, is that? Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Was that? Wait, we got sick because of that envelope we opened. What did you send us?
It's just a fresh virus. It's not even COVID anymore. It's some new coronavirus.
Corona 20.
Hot off the black market.
They're probably
I don't know.
already a COVID.
Knock on the
20,
woods,
huh?
but I haven't gotten it yet either. So,
Yeah.
it's someone needs to take me and Josh's blood and study it.
Yeah, you probably just
Man.
have great antibodies. Already.
I guess it would be cool if my blood had some sort of superpower, attributed to it, as if his blood. But if my blood is just I don't get COVID and that's all, I'd be a little disappointed if that was what I could do. I guess if it could help millions and millions of people, that would be cool. But it would probably be only him. It only helps him. It can't help anybody else. That sounds more like how my blood would work.
Selfish blood.
Yep. So it's just me hanging out in the basement, sleeping in the guest bedroom, getting just woken up every hour by cats that don't know why I'm down there. It's great.
Who's
Fantastic.
in here? Who's in here?
Oh, one other thing. The other day, Jimmy's going to be way excited about this potentially. I watched the Eric Bana 2003 Hulk
Oh yeah.
last week. That movie's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
It
not where
really
I
is.
expected that to go.
It's weirdly good.
I don't even know that I've seen it.
I think you need to see it. It's got Jennifer Connelly in it, and
Oh yeah.
that Sam guy. I forget what's his last name. He's the guy that always plays cowboys.
Sam Waters?
I'm not sure. Can't remember his last name. He's the one. He's the guy that like talks to the dude in Big Lebowski and stuff.
Sam Elliott.
Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
Okay. But I watched it. The only thing I don't think I finished it. I think I watched most of it and I haven't finished it yet. I got to the point where at some point he fights hulked up dogs, and that's really close to the end of the movie. And I'm like, I hope the big bad in this movie isn't just dog. Like he just fights dogs.
Fights a pack of dogs that are kind of mean.
Yeah, and it's just like, I mean, who fights dogs? Like Michael Vick fights dogs, not the Hulk. Come on.
Oh.
Too soon? It's been a while.
It's been a while.
But like, I don't know. That's a weird bad guy, so I'm waiting for it to be. I got to finish it. I got to figure out what's going on.
So wait, you haven't seen it either?
I've seen it, but I don't remember any of it because then it was just on, and I was like, I'll watch this, and I was just shocked at how good I thought it was while I was watching it. I was like, why is this so good?
Okay. I've never heard anyone say that movie was good.
It's like it's just like very nuanced in a way. They do a lot of interesting things. They do like some solid like homage-y type things to like the Lou Ferrigno Hulk, and there's a point where it's like when he gets like the gamma radiation and he's going to be the Hulk, but he hasn't like transformed yet. He keeps having like dreams of like the Hulk and other stuff, and one of them is just like the Hulk in like a dark room, like looking through like a door that's ajar, and he's just kind of like staring through a door like at presumably like Eric Bana's mind's eye or something. It's like mostly it's really funny, but it's like great at the same time.
Okay. Huh.
Yeah. So Joe, what's first and last?
Lee directed that? Isn't that the Pie guy?
Yeah, and Brokeback.
He directed Eric Bana's Hulk? Okay.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, sorry, what are we doing? Podcast?
Hulk Pod now. We're just
Hulk
gonna
Pod.
watch all the Hulks.
Love it. I have thoughts.
I've done a little Googling of Hulk dogs, and there's a lot of hulky dogs out there.
Really?
That's what I'm saying. He fights 3 of them.
Yeah, there's a good screen grab of one of the dogs just taking a chunk out of his shoulder, just gnawing on it.
Nice.
Yeah, it bites him good.
Yeah, he looks annoyed. He doesn't like it.
Yeah, he's not a fan.
Normally a TV pod, though. We take a TV show, watch the first episode, skip straight to the end, watch the finale, and then based on those 2 episodes, we form a full picture. We barely even read the Wikipedia. We just assume that everything we saw in the first and last episode is all that happens. We judge it based on that. As
That's
all
right.
things should be judged.
Yeah.
By the first thing you remember and the last thing you remember about it.
The front cover and the back cover.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it's done. And we've done
That's right.
269 of those shows in that way.
Too nice.
A couple of them.
Do you want to know what the 270th is going to be?
I suppose.
This show, I believe, I should really know the actual answer to that before I say it, but I believe it was the runner-up in our April, what was it called?
April Madness?
April Madness.
You made it.
Yeah. What one? I can't even remember now.
I mean, next April's almost here, Jimmy. You can put
Yeah.
Seinfeld back in it. We'll see
Oh,
if it'll win
Arthur
again.
won, so that's what we watched.
Oh, okay.
This was the runner-up, I believe, and it was AP Bio.
Oh. That show's done.
Oh yeah, it was canceled, and then it was canceled again. It was on NBC, and then it got for 2 seasons. Then it got canceled. Then it got picked up. So then it just got basically moved to Peacock for 2 seasons.
Got it.
So Glenn Howerton special.
Joe, do you know anything about this show? Because I've seen a solid amount of it.
I have not. Is it related to? It's not connected to like Michael Schur at all.
I don't think so.
Okay.
But like watching it, it has I mean, it's not like a single cam. Is it? Oh yeah, I guess it is. What am I thinking?
Single cam, but maybe not like mockumentary like
But
The Office or Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely not mockumentary at all.
It just doesn't feel like a Michael Schur
Gotcha.
to me.
No, never seen it. It looks like it's created by Mike O'Brien, who is a like SNL guy, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense
Okay.
because if you look at the EPs, like Seth Meyers and Lorne Michaels are also EPs on this show.
Patton Oswalt really steals the show.
I like Patton Oswalt in things. Generally, when he's in things, I like him. Even if I don't like the thing, I usually like what he's doing in it.
Yeah, same.
Just like, this show's feeling a little flat. Can we get Patton Oswalt in here?
What show?
Well, didn't he
I was gonna say
wait.
we did a show on this pod where like he was unexpectedly like the main guy's friend or something. Was it like King of Queens or something or?
Oh, gosh.
Was it? I wasn't here for that one.
I can't remember what he was in, but yeah, he was just like kind of around in one show, like quite a bit.
Yeah, I think it was King of Queens. I'm seeing that he's credited there.
Nice.
Yeah, that's
He's in a
probably
bunch
it
of the,
because we haven't watched. He narrated The Goldbergs, which is the sitcom. And,
we haven't watched that yet. Is that done?
According to Wikipedia, it's 2013 to present, so it does. I do not believe that it's done yet.
Yeah. He was in a bunch of the Mystery Science Theater reboot on Netflix.
He also did the that like Star Wars rant and Parks and Rec one time about.
Oh yeah, the filibuster.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
He's
yeah. So
in the MCU.
Glenn what's that?
He's in the MCU.
That is true. But I was gonna say Glenn Howerton, Dennis of Always Sunny, is like the main character in this show.
Yeah.
Joe. I mean, he obviously is not playing Dennis because like a quite Dennis character, but he is got sort of like a mild Dennis aura to him, I guess, as far as like, I don't know, being like mad, easily angry at things.
Okay.
Maybe like very excitable kind of character, I would say. Jimmy, do you agree with that?
Yeah, he's got Dennis vibes for sure. But yeah,
it's like Dennis
not...
vibes without being like a sexual predator.
Yeah, it's kind of like Dennis vibes pre-Dennis going down the like sociopath route. So like early Dennis.
Okay.
Where it's just like only where it's like now and It's Always Sunny, he kind of like thinks he's really smart and like normal, but like obviously is really like more and more as the seasons go on, he's just kind of insane. Like everybody is kind of just lost touch with reality.
Right.
This show, he doesn't do that. He's just mad.
He's just mad.
Should I say a little bit of the premise?
Yeah.
Of this show?
Yeah.
So, because he he's mad because he's was a Harvard professor who lost his job. I don't remember why, and he's moved home and like to his hometown into his mother's house, who's passed, and has a teaching job at the local high school, and thinks he's very above it, and he's trying to get his career back together while he's gotta hang with these kids teaching AP biology.
Okay, so it sounds a little bit like Community in that it's just like a guy who's in kind of like a dumpy situation who feels like he's above it.
Yeah.
I bet. Yeah, but he seems, because like, unlike I guess Community, if I can think about it, he, how like that Joel character, I mean, he probably does eventually, but he has like his fellow teachers in this one instead of like students, because he's teaching like high school, and so he's got his teachers that he definitely feels like he's above all of these like small town teachers, and then he barely utilizes his class to actually teach. He just uses the children to like do his schemes essentially.
Yeah, it's like when Oliver, what was his name? Is the season where John Oliver is teaching the class but doesn't really teach that subject.
Oh, in Community?
It's familiar? Yeah. Have you seen the show?
I've seen a lot of it. Joe's seen all of it,
Yeah,
though,
I've seen all
so.
of it. I don't remember, though.
You don't
I
remember
feel like
that?
a lot of it is just like lost in my memory.
Anyway, there is some Winger vibes for sure in Glenn Howerton's character.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be funny if his character's name was just Dennis. But I don't think
It's
it
like-
is.
It's Jack.
Oh,
I know.
yeah,
I
it's
remember
Jack.
that part.
Yeah.
His name is Jack. Joe, just for fun, for old time's sake, since we've both seen this, I don't really remember, but do you want to walk us through the first episode?
Yeah, I think we start off with him. I think this show mostly stays at school.
Okay.
And maybe in some of the later season episodes, like later within season 1, we get more of his like home or outside of school life. But so I think, yeah, it's first day of school. He's teaching AP Bio, and I don't know, what do I remember about AP Bio? Because I took AP Bio.
Nice.
There's a lot of cell stuff. We dissected a cat at the end.
Gross.
A cat?
Cat, yeah.
Why? What?
There's a lot of cats, man.
I don't know why, but I feel like dissecting a cat sounds way more messed up than dissecting a pig. It's like, where did that cat come from?
There are a lot more cats than pigs, I feel like, in
Yeah.
the world.
Gotta dissect something.
Is that like where like they were like, well, Pound had a purge day, so we're doing cats today?
Went
probably-
to the alley. Found
Sadly,
his cats.
something like that, yeah.
yeah. Unfortunately, I probably nailed it. Ugh.
So yeah, maybe not cats. Maybe it's like they're supposed to dissect a frog or something, but he doesn't have budget for a frog, so he has to fashion a dissection of like a burger or something and use it as a metaphor of like a a full body system and how it all works together.
Nice.
The lettuce is I was gonna say the skin, but the bun would be the skin, I guess, right?
And then Patton Oswalt comes in and eats the burger.
Yeah, I was going to say, tell us about Patton's character.
He's the principal.
All right.
Well,
Yeah,
why don't we
he
see?
is.
Yeah, you're right.
Dead on.
Perfect, nailed it.
How did you know? How did you know? All right, cool. Well, now that we know the first episode's been ruined, why don't we watch it?
Love it.
The first episode looks like it has a name.
Oh, snap.
Thank you, regular TV sitcom, naming your episodes because you respect the show you're writing. So great. What a breath of fresh air you've picked today, Jimmy. This first episode debuted on February 1st, 2018, and it looks like it was called Catfish. So we're going to watch that, and we'll be back after it is done. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of AP Bio. It was called Catfish. Jimmy, you got a write-up for us?
Yeah. When Harvard philosophy scholar Jack Griffin finds himself teaching high school in Toledo, he tosses the syllabus and recruits his students to help mentally break his dream job-stealing nemesis Miles Leonard. In this episode, Jack encourages his students to catfish Miles on Facebook. Well, they're supposed to come up with something to say to catfish him. But then at the end, in the credits, we find out that one of the kids has actually done it, actually sent it.
It was the girl. Her name is Heather. I don't know if we learned her name in this episode.
I don't think so. She just had like the one line or the one section where she was reading this thing that she had written, and it's pretty messed up.
She's one of my favorite characters in the show. She's hilarious.
For sure. Yeah. This is one of those shows too, so I'll back up. We have the cast is Jack Griffin as Glenn Howerton, and then Patton Oswalt as Durbin, the principal.
Ralph is his first name.
Ralph Durbin. You have three, like a trio of lady teachers who are friends. And I think we only heard, they said Michelle's name. But the other ones are Steph and Mary. And then you have a lot of kids in the class. And we heard lines from maybe about 4 or 5 of them. Including one kid who's a bully who doesn't start in the class. It's kind of a B plot is that Jack has taken interest in this anarchist kind of wiener kid named Devin, and towards the end of the episode, they pull in his bully because the trio of lady teachers have given Jack advice to get these kids together, and that's how the bully will stop bullying. What else?
Other people, I guess you didn't mention, is the other 2 people besides that we met were Sarika, who's like,
oh yeah,
very just like classic, just like kind of like teacher's pet nerd type girl.
Yeah, she
sits in
Annie
middle.
Edison.
Who? What?
She's Annie Edison from
Annie.
Community.
Okay.
Yep. She's Annie.
Exactly. Sits right in the front middle of the
Annie with like a little bit more confidence.
Mm-hmm.
Who's from a high schooler.
Less of an Adderall problem.
Yeah, hopefully. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe. And then the guy, there's one person that sits right next to her who, I don't know if they said, his name is Marcus.
Mm.
And he's just like kind of your classic, like just skinny nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Just like wiry little skinny nerd.
Tropes. And actually off the bat, Jack is like, yeah, this is an AP class. You're a bunch of nerds. Like, oh, start shutting up. I forgot about that. He's got a great, every time he enters the class, he tells the class to start shutting up. I love that.
I mean, he did it so many times in this episode, and I know he continues to do it through at least the first season, where he's always like, all right, now it's time to shut up.
Yeah.
And then he's always like eating an apple, and he tries to just nonchalantly throw it into like the trash can, and he always misses. So there's always like an apple on the ground, and he's just telling all the kids to shut up.
Mm-hmm.
Good teacher. I mean, so the show itself literally starts off with Jack running his car into the school's like stone sign, and then getting out of his car and grabbing like a crowbar out of the trunk and chasing some guy off as like his classroom is watching from the window from inside the school.
And he's like clearly late because they're already like ready for class.
Right.
Yeah, generally a teacher probably has to be at school before they're sitting in their class waiting for them.
Would be ideal.
But then I really like, because what he does is when he walks right into the classroom, he basically, to his class, but also for us, he goes, "This is what this show is about right now." I'm here.
Right.
I hate it. Our goal is to shove, I need to get revenge on this guy, and I hate him, and he's like, why I'm here.
Yeah, whose face am I shoving this in?
Yeah.
Who
And
versus?
yeah, and so he's got his nemesis named Miles, which just seems like Miles doesn't hate him. They talk on the phone like once or twice in this episode. And Miles is like, "Hey man, hit me up when you're in California. Too bad you're on like sabbatical. Hope you come back." But that guy's just like killing it, like has a good job, and just released a book, so Jack like hates him.
Yeah, Miles doesn't seem to be aware that he's Jack's nemesis.
Very one-sided rivalry here.
Yeah. And yeah, Jack
exactly.
described the whole thing while drawing it in a very elaborate like stick figure drawing on the chalkboard, which he continues to do throughout this episode, is draw these great stick figure things of what's going on.
Yeah. One other thing I love that the kids try to do is they keep trying to like convince him to teach them.
Right.
And then when he starts talking about things, they'll start writing things down, and he like shuts it down. He's like, stop, don't write that down. And he's like, because he like just starts talking about something he likes.
Yeah.
And then they start like jotting notes down. And then that one time he came in and the kids were starting to do a rap to convince him to teach them. And he's like, "Were you going to rap about how I should teach you?" No. And he was like offended by that.
The one kid in the closet was great.
Oh yeah, and he's like a smoke machine in a closet, and he has a saxophone, and then he made him throw away the saxophone.
Yeah. He's
Throw
like,
it away.
"Were you guys gonna have a sax solo in your rap?" And they're like, "Yeah."
Saxophones don't belong in rap music. There was a lot of good lines.
Yeah, I thought this first
One-liners.
episode really was pretty funny. Made me go, I'm into this show. I mean, I was into the show, and I watched probably 3 of the 4 seasons of it, I think, or maybe 2. When did they get canceled and then come back? Like in between, what seasons were those? Because that's probably when I stopped watching it.
Between 2 and 3.
Okay, maybe I've never seen 3 then, but I remember they got canceled, and then it just went away, and then it went out of my mind, so it's gone.
I've seen 3 and a little bit of 4. The first episode of season 4 is amazing.
Oh, well, that's not the episode we're about to watch, Jimmy.
No.
Joe, what did you think?
I feel like it didn't really grab me. I
What was
feel
wrong with it?
I don't know. I feel like it wasn't. I could best like summarize it as it felt like it didn't. And I feel like I'm hesitating here in the same way that I thought the show hesitated. It felt like it didn't. It felt like it like pulled its punch on like whatever it was trying to do, and I feel like that give me. It didn't make me confident in knowing where the show was gonna go. Like, is it gonna be super irreverent? Is it going to be like somewhat heartwarming because he's trying to teach these kids or something? Right off the bat, he like told us that it's not gonna be that, but like you kind of think it might float back that way.
Well, he definitely obviously kind of works for this one kid who's being bullied and is like in a way trying to help him out, so he's already
He is
being
trying to help kids, yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
it felt like it from the beginning. It was the show was trying to not be certain things, but I don't think it tried enough to be a certain thing. Does that make sense?
I kind of want to dive a little deeper because I try to figure out what one of those things as an example is, because in a way I'm thinking like something the example of Jack just being like a hard ass dickhead, you know, but then him being nice to that kid is like kind of the show going like, well, we want him to be a douche, but like he needs to be good too, or likable. But it's also like he's clearly just as a character overcompensating for just his probably just downward spiral of whatever he's going through.
Things are not going well for him.
Yeah. So I take that as a character redemption, or at least their only attempt to do that for them. But I guess what do you think they're attempting incorrectly? I guess
I guess I think that if I can compare it to other shows, like it feels like Community, at least in the early seasons, like had a little bit more like heart in what like Jeff was trying to do, and then comparing directly to Glenn Howerton, where like his character in Always Sunny is, and all of the characters in Always Sunny are completely off the deep end, just like terrible people, right?
Right.
And this felt like it fell somewhere in between, where like his like honesty in front of the students is in some way like a Jeff Winger, where he's just being very blunt about his intentions, but it is also like high school students, like mostly kids, and it does feel a little gross in like an Always Sunny way, like that this would be actually terrible if a teacher came and did this.
There was some of that for sure.
And in that sense, it like, yeah, it threw me off in terms of like the tone. I'm just like, is this going to be a little bit more Always Sunny, or is this going to be a little bit more Community, or some weird in between? And I feel like that, at least just judging from like a first episode, I don't know which version I want more, and I don't really know what I'm gonna get.
So like, I guess if they were like college students, that part wouldn't necessarily be too big of an issue, because then they'd just be being a dick to adults or something.
Well, I guess I'm just saying, like, I'm not even opposed to him being a dick to kids, but if he was a little bit, meaner to the kids and a little bit less, a little bit less heart, then I feel like at least I know where that's going, and I can judge whether I want to watch more of this or not. But it felt very like in between, and like kind of unsure of like, well, do we touch this too much? Do we touch this too much? That it felt like, it just felt like I didn't know what to expect, or I don't really know what this show is yet.
Yeah, besides like his like set objective of quote unquote destroying somebody. I guess it could be like a pilot issue, where they maybe have not decided what they want to do. A lot of shows find their footing.
Or it could be that they came in with a concept and like had felt very sure about it, and then the network came back and said, this is going to turn people off, so like sand this part off, and like don't do so much of this, and sand this part off, and then you end up with this pilot that's just kind of trying to please a lot of people.
Yeah. I think there definitely is a little bit of that. There definitely some things change after this pilot, I noticed. Well, for one thing, there's no Paula Pell, who she was a big SNL person for a long time, and that character changes some dynamics a little bit.
Yeah,
and takes things off of Jack a little bit.
I will say that, again, comparing to Community, like if you compare episodes of Community from like beginning of season 1 to like end of even like season 2, there comes a point where they're just like, well, we're gonna get canceled, so let's just make the show we want to make. And I wonder if this show takes that turn at some point, because like you mentioned in the earlier part, that they got canceled after 2 seasons, then brought back to Peacock, and then canceled again. There's like plenty of opportunity for them to just be like, well, like, I don't know how to please these people, let's just do whatever we want.
Yeah, things definitely do get weird. I can say that, but I will say, like, I didn't really think about this before, but I don't know that I think he was really a dick to the kids. I mean, he told them right off the bat, I'm not going to teach you anything.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, other than that, I mean, he was pretty ready in his, like, mom's. They also didn't address at all what he's doing in this house that's clearly, like...
He said he was in his dead mom's apartment.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
He
just
said
real
that.
When
briefly,
did he
said-
say that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's all he said about it, but that's what he said.
Okay. He's living in this house that clearly was, like, built to, like, be, like, an assisted living kind of thing. And there's a great scene where he's clearly in her, like, robe. And Durbin shows up with the kid that he's been taking an interest in.
Mhm.
And he doesn't, like, oh, God, I gotta, like this little douchebag, you know. He goes right into, like, hey, what are we gonna do about this?
Mhm.
He is a douche to Durbin, though. Pretty much entirely. He's just pushing him around.
'Cause he can.
And he's actually kind of nice to the teacher ladies. It's like trying to be respectful and stuff.
Mhm.
He's not good at it, but he's, like, trying.
He's not good at it. Well, and then he also, because he went on, like, a date once. That was his ex, I thought he told the
Mhm.
kids.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, he's obviously some sort of, he is some sort of sexual predator because he was basically only just trying to bang her.
Yeah. I
He
forgot
even told
about
his
that
students
stuff.
that was what he was trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
There is some stuff once he went into, like, the Nemesis stuff and just, like, completely, like, mentally destroying him, and then trying to, what did he say? He was gonna bang his ex-girlfriend as hard as he can or something like that. It's like,
Mhm.
okay, actually there is a lot more Dennis in here than I remembered.
Yeah, I feel like I specifically said he wasn't going to be like a sexual deviant, and then he really shined in that manner at some point. And, I mean, you
Yeah.
can have that goal, but don't tell a classroom of students. Come on, man. Let's see.
What else? I got nothing.
I liked it. I
It's
think I
great.
liked it. My having seen more of this show is flowing through unconsciously in my brain. You know, where I'm
Mhm.
like, I like this. I would go to the second episode. I also think I just like Glenn Howerton though too, so having an affinity towards him based on, like, Always Sunny.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I watched we first and last did the Mick, but I would say I watched probably way too much of that show that
Yeah.
that was worth my time because that it was like
Because she's
Sweet
just
D?
Sweet D. Yeah.
yeah because that show is like okay.
It's fine.
Did you guys notice anything about the color of the show?
Oh.
Just that it's very, like, teal, blue, and orange.
Yeah. Isn't that a thing? Isn't there, like certain shows do kind of palettes for different reasons like that?
Yeah, I mean, like, the teal and orange is, like, kind of a common thing for, like, movie posters and stuff because it just, like, it draws your attention. It's, like, the biggest contrast. But it felt like in this show, like you know, most scenes were like this, like, teal and orange, and it wasn't just that they, like, did it in post production. I'm sure there's some, like, color correction in post production, but, like, no, they would have kids wearing, like, orange jewelry and, like, wearing teal or blue, like, sweaters and stuff. Like, this was specifically a style choice.
Yeah.
I wonder if it
Is
keeps
it like
up.
the school colors?
It's Whitlock school colors. I'll be very honest. I did not notice
Okay.
a color scheme at all.
It felt
that
very
is-
pastel to me.
Mhm.
But that's very on brand for me though. That's not a thing I should probably notice without having watched a couple things.
Yeah,
So.
we'll see if it, you know, if they keep up with it. I bet you'll notice if it's in there in the last episode.
Yeah, well, especially now that you've said it,
Mhm.
if it happens in the last episode, I'll be on the lookout basically for it.
Mhm.
What are the peacock colors? Are they just trying to slip in? just trying
Just
to get
brand
us to
recognition.
watch more peacock. Yeah.
Maybe. Should we predict some things?
Yeah.
Okay. I got 4.
Nice.
My first one is Jack goes to his nemesis Miles' wedding.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
I think Jack turns down a job to stay at the high school. I think he learns that he loves the kids and wants to keep growing young minds.
Oh, he turns down an outside job so that he can stay.
Yep.
Okay. I like it.
I think Steph, Mary, and or Michelle, the teachers, I think they give Jack advice. I think they're his advice people in this show.
Oh, okay.
And then I think Sarika is gonna be going to Harvard.
Oh, okay.
Or she's accepted. I assume that
Ooh.
they're probably near the end of their high school career in 4 seasons.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that. I should have mentioned that before we started predictions. That I don't know that it ever really feels like time passes in this show.
Oh,
which is an interesting thing with live action shows with kids in it, right? All of these actors are they're not. It's one of those shows where they're not kid actors.
Yeah,
they're just folks who look
They're
like
old
kids.
Well, I mean, they're not all super old though. They're not. It's not like Riverdale actors. They're not all 30.
No, but they're all graduate. They're all adults.
Yeah, they're like-
you know?
They're
not-
definitely all adults.
They're skinny 20-somethings.
yeah, young 20s at least, but they won't change that much.
Yeah, because I
Right,
assumed that
right.
all
Physically.
the students were seniors in the class because it was AP Bio. But
that makes sense.
Yeah, they should at least be juniors, right? or
I remember
really gifted
specifically
youngsters.
feeling like this could all be in the same year from what I've seen of the show. But,
Well, hopefully it's the end of their senior year and she's going to Harvard.
yeah,
So there we go. Those are mine.
nice. I can go.
Yeah, go ahead.
I have that. I forgot his name for a second, and I just wrote Patton. Ralph is demoted, so he does something. He's kind of effing up the whole time. He's kind of trying to rein in Jack and can't. Maybe he's a teacher. I don't know. Jack is demoted. I have number 2. Jack burns a bridge. And I also want the point if it's a physical bridge.
Okay.
He just seems like he's the kind of guy who's he's gonna quickly destroy relationships.
Man, I definitely want you to get the physical bridge point. That's I'm rooting for you there.
I appreciate it. And then number 3, I think the class, because it feels like the class is kind of on missions for Jack. That's kind of their job in this, because they're not learning anything. The class is getting Jack a date. Is their mission.
To a wedding.
Maybe. It's kind of like in this one they're trying to destroy his nemesis with a fake date. I think they're getting Jack a real date in this one. So number 4, I think the lady teacher trio, I think they're fighting. They're not friends right now.
No.
So in this first one, they're
No.
like you said, they said that they weren't friends, and the two of them were bullying Michelle, but then Patton made them hang out, and now they're friends. But I think in this one, they're fighting. Joe?
Cool. So yeah, that bit about the show not really functioning in real time in terms of years, it's probably gonna mess up my first prediction, because I have that Sarika, the teacher's pet from the first episode, is now a teacher.
Ooh. Could happen.
Which could plausibly happen in 4 years of real time, but I don't know about 4 years of showtime, so we'll see.
She
Could
could
be
be
a flash forward.
She might be a TA, and then we can have an argument about what that means.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see. And And going back to the color scheme thing with teal and orange, I think that Jack wears something orange to try to set that off.
Nice.
I have that Ralph, who again is the principal, has a love interest.
Ooh.
Yeah, like someone that I think is an actual character, not just like he's got like an off-screen girlfriend or something. But I think that that'll balance out his character a little bit. Right now, he's just kind of just like a putz. So I think him having someone who is interested in him would kind of give him a little bit more balance there.
God, would he just have like another putz like lady friend or something? Would they just be just two dopes running around in love?
Yeah, like trying to remember Steve Urkel's girlfriend's name, Myra.
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of what Paula Pell is in this show. Is she's his secretary,
Mm-hmm.
and they're just both kind of derps.
Okay. Maybe there's a love connection there.
Maybe.
And then my last one is that I think that this is kind of a Hail Mary in terms of like they think they're gonna get canceled, so let's throw in a curveball to like see if we can drum up some interest for season 5. And I think that Jack is leaving the school at the end for something else.
Okay, so we got Josh says he stays.
Mm-hmm.
Joe says he goes. We shall see.
Guess we'll just have to find out. Well, this last episode is called The Harvard Pen, and it aired on September 2nd, 2021. So we're going to watch that, and we'll be back after that. And we're back. We're done with the finale of AP Bio called The Harvard Pen. Jimmy, do you have a write-up?
Here's what the Wikipedia says. Jack is enraged to find that the AP Bio students have stolen his beloved Harvard pen after he asked them not to touch it. Principal Durbin and Helen repeatedly fail the superintendent's inspections. The end of the series.
Yeah, this was definitely just a solid mid-season episode.
No
of the TV
closure
show.
at all. There was some bookending though, or not really bookending, but some flash forwarding to or flashbacking. What am I saying? To the
Just a
to the
flashback,
pilot, which is definitely a thing you would normally do in a series finale. So maybe they just always have that in their back pocket.
Yeah, the entire thing is the Jack's pen that he brings. Oh, I'm dying. On his very first day of school, it's a Harvard pen that we find out that his mom gave to him when he was like a young man. He brings to school and he like puts it down on the very first day and he's like, "This is my pen. Never steal it. If there's a fire and I have to save a person, I'm going to save the pen instead of you." So he's very obvious. And then he apparently takes a 20-minute nap on the first day of school and his first day of school, and Sarika steals it. And then the pen goes through weeks of kind of getting passed from person to person. I kind of wrote down some of the highlights of where the pen ended up. You guys want to go through a little journey with me?
Let's hear it.
So Sarika gets it. Who's the dude with the glasses that was like apparently secretly dating Sarika for a little bit?
Caleb, I think.
Was his name Caleb?
Yeah.
Okay. So Sarika breaks up with Caleb after she steals the pen. She breaks up with Caleb and then makes him sign an NDA so they won't talk about their secret sexual relationship. Caleb cries and kicks the pen into the hallway where Steph, one of the 3 teachers, finds it, and she brings it to a lunch roulette where they all bring like lunch items and then they spin something to find out who gets what. Which fun idea. Put that in our back pocket. That sounds like a fun thing to do one day. Helen gets a hold of it at some point, and it eventually gets back into one of the kids' pockets, and it goes to a place where they are doing like a Ouija board thing with a pen. Is that a thing where you put like a pen in like the Ouija board like device?
What are you
Not
saying?
that I've seen.
What are you calling it?
What's the Ouija? Well,
Ouija?
so what's the guide? Yeah, like the guiding arrow thing that you put your hands on.
I've never
for
seen it with
Ouija
a
board.
pen. It's just there's usually a board, and the board has like
Letters and
stuff on it,
Yeah, and then there's like
and like
either it just points to it, or sometimes there's like a hole you can see. Well, either way, they put the pen in it, and it would draw. It would draw on the piece of paper, and so that was like a prank. But apparently, everybody that was there knew about the prank. Everybody, so no one was being pranked. And then eventually, it gets stuck in the ceiling in the classroom. Sometime after that. Weeks later, Helen knocks it back down. It gets to Durbin. Then it goes, and Durbin ends up leaving it in the bathroom when he, like, just buffoons himself into, like, getting soaked and naked, basically, and then jumps out of the window because he's in the girls' bathroom when people walk in. Grace,
classic Durbin.
was one of those girls' names, and she found the pen, and there is, like, this weird, like, gag that like Grace is like possessed or something now.
Yeah.
I didn't get that. I didn't understand that bit, but I thought it was very funny because she's tapping in Morse code, and one of the kids is like listening in and decoding it, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm like communicating with you, Grace," and she's like, "Not Grace. We live underground," or something.
we lie beneath.
Yeah, we lie beneath.
What the hell?
That was funny. I've seen Grace in a couple other of the episodes from the first 2 seasons that I've seen, and she's like a little dark, like, you know, she acts like a little, like, kind of like a little dark. So
Okay.
she's kind of funny like that. I don't think she pretends to be possessed by demons in other points, so I don't know what that was. But fast forward a little bit. Let's see. Mary, one of the other teachers, just takes it from Grace. She hangs it on in like an audition form on like a bulletin board. Heather, the girl with the glasses, who did the sweet butter sweat or whatever from the first episode.
She did the catfishing,
yeah, the catfishing thing, and she sees the pen and takes it, and she uses it in her videos that she entitled Janet Fist is the name of the character and the name of the videos. Which that sounds like a fun YouTube video that I would want to watch.
Her
little series
and,
called Janet Fist.
Her and Jack have like the most fun, I think, relationship of this entire show. Of like he like cues on to her, and she's like super into like just pleasing him. That's why she actually in the first episode, like, she's the one who actually goes and uses her thing to catfish the guy and tries to catfish him, and she starts calling him boss. It's like and when he's sending him on these missions.
Yeah, I enjoy her. And then, so she uses it in the video, and that goes all the way back to the beginning of the episode then, and that's the video that Jack is watching and discovers that they have the pen that he's been looking for now for weeks, since the months, I would assume, but since the beginning of school. Then Jack, can't quite remember how he gets from here to there. He discovers that they have the pen. Oh, and then they tell him that it's destroyed. Like, it got destroyed in other Janet Fist videos, I guess. Mm-hmm. But then somehow he's complaining to, was it Steph about it or something? But then Steph is pregnant, apparently. And so it's been at least 9, right? It's got to be nearly 9 months since the beginning of the show, because Steph was clearly not pregnant in the very first episode.
Than that.
Well, I mean, you know, maybe she was, maybe she didn't know yet. Maybe she was, you know, a couple weeks in.
I guess that's true.
But I don't know. But either way, she's clearly pregnant, but she has the baby in the break room of school, and Jack helps deliver it. And then he walks back into the classroom after the kids are like sad, or like they think they've fully disappointed him and destroyed his pen, and he's just covered in blood.
Mm-hmm.
And they give him a pen, and he's like happy about it based on everything he's just now gone through. And then him and the other teachers end up going to the delivery room, or like to the hospital after the baby's born, and meet the baby everyone else meets the baby for the first time. Steph names it Evelyn Jack Duncan, so its middle name is Jack. And then he uses the pen. She said, like, make the baby official. What did he have to sign regarding this baby?
Yeah, maybe he was like like a donor or something.
I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Either way, he had to he used the pen to sign something about the baby named partially after him.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then that is the story of Jack's Harvard pen.
Yeah.
How'd you guys like the episode?
I loved it.
Oh, now you like
yeah.
it.
Too late to jump on board now.
Interesting.
Yeah, so as you kind of described, it's like it reminded me a lot of this is like that Simpsons episode where like at the beginning Bart and Milhouse are like, man, you think there's like a lot of stuff that goes on in this town? And like, I wonder what other people are up to. And then they go through this whole thing where it's just like, all of the minor characters get their own little vignette. And so that's what kind of happens in this episode is you get just a lot of the other characters, a lot of just like weird short stories and like rapid fire jokes. So like it just in general, I thought it was very funny. I also like a good like shake up the structure episode like this.
Yeah, I fully agree with you there. I like it when they change up what a normal episode of a TV show was, and it feels like it belongs.
Yeah.
But it still feels different, which this one did. I
So
think.
that's really fun. I mean, another part of this too is that there's a lot of vignettes and a lot of them keep coming back to the same characters. So like with, what's his name? The principal, Ralph, and
Durbin.
his assistant.
Helen.
Yeah, Helen.
Like it keeps coming back to them with the inspections, and that's like kind of a recurring joke. While we're on Helen, I think that's who you were saying, Paula Pell, that wasn't in the first episode, but she's like a big part of this. She was probably my favorite part of this episode. Just like
She's
very
amazing.
hilarious and definitely like a good, like different flavor to pair with the Patton Oswalt character. Where she's kind of got her like silly quirks, but she's like, I don't know the way to describe her, because she's not like a dummy or an idiot, but she's like kind of crazy or something, and like you can tell that she's involved in a lot of crazy stuff outside of school.
Yeah.
There's like a part where like some FBI agents are like interrogating her.
Yeah, because apparently she's a hand model, and that means that people have her fingerprints.
Oh yeah, she's saying that she's a hand model.
How does that make any sense?
She said she was a hand model for a prosthetics company, and so her fingerprints get everywhere.
Yeah, that's a good bit.
Which is crazy
That's
to
not
think
a
that
thing.
they would put fingerprints on prosthetics, and they would put them of
Yeah.
the person who they modeled after.
Yep,
Yeah.
very accurate.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good prosthetic.
It's an
apparently.
incredible 3D printer.
Yeah, she's in most of the show. She just wasn't in the pilot.
They
which is
definitely,
unfortunate.
after the pilots, like picked up the pilot and said, "But you need like another character."
Yeah, she was my favorite part of this episode for sure.
I will say, based on some of those things that you said, this show does start to get like this, where it's kind of less and less centered around Jack. Like plots move because of Jack, but like they really start to hone in on, like, it's less like an A and a B and a C plot. It's more equal things with lots of things going on.
Okay.
Which gets really, really funny and really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I also liked it. But it did feel, even this episode felt like with the whole baby thing, like at first when that started, I was like, wait, and he's helping her have a baby. Like, is this like a dream? Or like,
Yeah.
what's happening? Is this real? Would Jack do this?
I mean, he did, I guess. So yes, he would. But I'm thinking like, you got to be pretty cold, pretty dang, like that's real cold to like not help somebody when they like super need help.
Mm-hmm.
So he helped her, you know.
Durbin
Like, he's
was
not that.
Durbin was half naked, and he was just like, "Oh, sorry, man, I can't give you my sweater,"
Yeah.
even though it's something I could easily give up.
Yeah, I know, but that's the thing. It's like when he's like, "Well, if I don't give you my sweater, like, you'll be fine." He's like, "If I don't help you deliver this baby, like, you both will die."
Okay,
You know.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
there's it's a weird graph of where his like altruism kicks in, but it exists. You know, you can map it. I liked it. FYI, just in case everyone was wondering.
Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah.
It was
Definitely not a finale.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. Yeah,
Right.
they just did that, and it didn't even seem like a season finale.
Mhm.
You know,
No, not really.
I mean, maybe because like a baby's born, but it's like if it was like Jack's baby, it would
Mhm.
seem more like a season finale. Not that the like Steph, Mary, and Michelle aren't like kind of like solid parts of the show.
Mhm.
It's just like a side character's baby being born isn't necessarily like a season ending
It is kind of cool that they cut back to the very first scene of the first episode and then play it out a little bit different with like essentially they rerun the first 10 to 30 seconds of the first episode, but then add on this bit about, oh yeah, and also here's my pen and none of you can use it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, because right when the first episode would have started playing the music, it like almost started, and then it like stopped it, and he cut it off, and he was like, "Wait a minute."
Yeah, wait a minute, one more thing.
So yeah, they did it in a fun
yeah.
way, where it's like, well, if we wouldn't have played the intro, you would have seen
Yeah,
this.
Right.
Me immediately take a nap.
Speaking of the intro, that's like I totally forgot. That's like the theme music is the Ramones, "Hey Ho, Let's Go," which is probably expensive, like for a sitcom to use, like an already like legitimate song.
Yeah, I
love it.
I mean, I think it's a good song for this. They picked a good one.
Yeah.
You know, when the song matches, you just got to pay for it.
Yeah, that's
It's
fair.
what we do with our theme music.
That's fair.
You know, we pay for it.
So I actually found out. This made me think so many things. But I found out that this show was canceled because I was listening to the It's Always Sunny podcast, and they riff on each other for like what work they're doing outside of It's Always Sunny. Like they'll be like, "Oh wait, what's that project you're in?" and like call it something stupid. Like what?
Yeah, what's Mac's actual show called that he's in besides Sunny?
Rob McElhenney's show right now is Mythic Quest.
Yeah, and they
That's
call it like Mr.
They
Quest
call
or
it
something
Mr.
like
Quest. Yeah, like, what is it, Mr. Quest? That show is amazing, by the way. Where was I
Never
going
seen
with that? They talk in some episodes of the podcast about just how outrageous how outrageously expensive certain songs are to use on TV. But
Oh, yeah.
maybe this
I
wasn't
can't
one of
imagine.
them. Maybe maybe Yoko owns the Ramones catalog. She's just giving it away.
Yeah, good for her.
I don't know. Because those guys are dead, right?
No idea.
Oh,
Rock and roll. band.
Rock and roll's
they gotta be
dead. So.
But yeah, fun show. I could definitely see watching more of it. And you were definitely right that the we watched the end of season 4, and it starts off with like title cards letting us know that this is only a few months after the pilot. So like not much time has passed in like 4 seasons, like not even an entire school year.
And these kids really don't look that much different.
No, because they're adults.
I thought Sarika looked a little aged, but
yeah.
other than that,
they again, interesting about the just like them getting canceled twice. They got canceled. What was one of their last season? Oh, it got canceled in 2019. That's when season 2 ended. But then 2020 is when Peacock started up, and it kind of felt like they, just wanted to get more content for the new streaming service, so they brought it back. But then it got canceled shortly after that. I was looking at the ratings numbers, which like they don't have ratings numbers for like the seasons on Peacock. But like they have ratings for seasons 1 and 2, and it's like, it's kind of what you expect, where like at the beginning it gets some viewership because they probably promoted it well, and then kind of trails off after that. But what's weird is that season 1 episode 2, the ratings like double.
wow.
Yeah, it's just a weird jump where it's like their most highly rated episode and it's like double any other episode. But I tried to trace back what was going on, and it was they had aired this episode on NBC after the closing ceremony of the 2018 Winter Olympics. So they had a really nice lead in there of people watching the Olympic closing ceremonies, and then maybe left the TV on while AP Bio played.
Yeah, and is that like, man,
that's fantastic.
I assume like all TV ratings are just shit these days. Like something like you really got to have some sort of magic, because I mean, I could pretty much name every single person in our friend group, and nobody has like regular TV that they watch.
Yeah.
Like who's got a TV show that you turn on TV like every week.
Yeah, and
like I can't think of anybody.
And then you'd have to get set up with like whatever the Nielsen rating thing is.
Oh, you have to like they just don't they can't
box.
Just like suck that out of your TV.
No.
There used to be like a box.
Yeah, they give you a box or something. I actually got a letter from like the Nielsen rating people to be like, hey, like, why don't you set up your TV so we could like track your ratings or whatever? And like there was like a $1 bill in the envelope to be like, hey, like, this is legit.
I've gotten that before.
Oh, I've totally gotten that.
I
have gotten that. I just took the $1.
I just took the $1 and did nothing with the envelope.
Yeah.
I don't want you to, you don't need to track anything I do. Get out of here.
I'm also not giving you any good data, because like not often that we're watching like just like regular TV.
Yeah, can you imagine what they would kill themselves if they found out how little anyone's watching TV anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm curious about, like TV on like TV like that is, I feel like if anything, it getting canceled and moving to Peacock was probably more beneficial for this TV show. In my mind, it's beneficial for almost every TV show. But then I also don't really understand how they just, I guess they can, it's like somebody like Netflix or Peacock, they can see how many people have viewed it, right? I mean, that's pretty easy. So they have their own Nielsen ratings, quote unquote, built in, so they can see how much traffic's driven. But then I also,
it's not reported very well though.
But also, like,
they know.
There's a rumor, I think, that I read somewhere, essentially that like Netflix these days doesn't usually like getting shows to go past like season 3 anymore, because then it gets too expensive.
Yeah.
So
People want too much money after that.
Well,
I mean, you know, unless it's like a breakout hit kind of thing, like crazy hit, and you know it's a driver for subscriptions. It's one of those special shows. They're just not going to keep paying you season after season because you have to like raise the amount of money that all the actors get paid, and most likely just the other parts of it get more expensive too.
Well, it's also too that it's just like it's a different like business model, right? Where as if you're a network show, as long as people are watching, you could sell advertising, right? But on a streaming service like Netflix, what you're really selling is you're selling access to people, right? So what's more beneficial for your streaming package? Is it that you have 6 episodes of like a pretty good show, or 3 episodes, or 6 seasons of a pretty good show, or 3 seasons of 2 like pretty decent shows? Like the 2 separate shows are going to be more of a selling point for people signing up for your service, because like there's more to watch, and you also have like you can attract different viewers. Like the money's just better spent on like starting up more and more new shows.
Right. Yeah. Well, in all fairness, I would take 3 seasons of 2 really good shows anytime, as long as they were like finish to end, like done shows. You know?
Yeah. That's
if they were good shows that were completed, I would take it.
That's a good point too. Is like it's not necessarily,
but that doesn't happen either.
Yeah.
You know,
it's not necessarily a good thing for a show to just keep going on and on and on. That's not necessarily a better show.
Case in point, The Walking Dead should have ended years ago.
What do you mean? Season 45 is fire, Jimmy.
45, and it is ending. So we'll stay tuned. Check out that episode whenever that happens.
It's because they're paying Norman Reedus like David Schwimmer money now. You know,
was he making the most? Was he making good money?
They were all making.
They were all making like $1 million
an episode near the end.
Okay,
so.
I thought you named him specifically, so was there something with him?
No, he was the first one's real name I could think of.
Okay,
that's why I said it.
That's fair.
Lisa Kudrow. That's the next name I can think of.
Nice. Good for her.
Jennifer Aniston. That's the popular one. There we go. I figured it out. That's how long it took me to remember her name. I'm just gonna let you know that.
I mean, so just to piggyback on all of that, a lot of people must actually still be watching normal TV because there's still a lot of money to be made in it, because I do think there is still something big about getting on a normal network television, like to be picked up by normal network, because there's incredible ad money to be made for these networks.
Yeah, it's all advertisement, right? Like that's where the most advertisement money can be made. Which currently.
Yeah.
Which means someone out there, God bless them.
And it's not like the advertisers can follow to a streaming service. I guess there are some streaming services that have ads, but most people pay the premium to not get ads. So, like, network TV is still the best place to get eyeballs.
Right.
Even if those eyeballs are all old and dying.
Hey, old dying people have money to spare. They can't take it with them, as far as we know.
They'll find a way.
I'm sorry. Should we go to predictions?
Bury me with it.
All right.
Sure.
We'll
okay.
do that.
Well, I mean, we all liked this episode. Joe, you weren't into the first episode. You're into this last episode. Does that make you want to check out 1 or 2 more?
Oh yeah.
To see?
Very much so. Especially in the Peacock seasons.
They're all super short, so
short, like good jokes. I'm into it.
the episodes are short and the seasons are short. So what could go wrong?
And just like scrolling through like the cast list on IMDb, I see some familiar faces that I've seen from other like NBC shows. Like
there's the guy who's in Community who gets hated on.
Yeah.
That's like his whole character in anything he's in.
Yeah.
I can never remember his name. He's definitely a comedian with the tight curly hair.
Mm-hmm.
He plays that just exact same person.
That's
in this.
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for. And he is in 17 episodes of AP Bio.
He's so good.
Can you tell me who you're talking about?
The actor's name is
name?
David Naher, and his character name is Dave. So
Nice.
Who is he in Community? That might
he's like a guy that shows up in a few of their classes, and he's like overly nice, and they
He's
just sort of
Todd.
hate on him. Todd, yeah.
We're watching Community right now.
Okay.
Todd. Yeah, they just screw him over all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He's in their like science class or something, and he's the one he like ruins their yam. They're all growing yams. If you remember that episode. That show starts to get weird. Just to bring up Community one more time.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay. Should we see how we did? I bet we all did real good.
Love it. Go for it.
All right. Well, I'll go first. Obviously, Jack does not go to his nemesis's wedding, so that's no points. Said Jack turns down a job to stay at the high school. He was not offered a job. Steph, Mary, or Michelle give Jack advice. No one really gave Jack advice. He helped give birth to Steph's baby, but he did not get advice from her. And then my last one was Sarika is going to Harvard, which they're only in week 5 of school, so they still got a lot of high school left apparently.
Yeah.
So, nope. 0 points for me, please.
I'm right there with you. I have Patton is demoted, and even though they failed superintendent inspections over and over and over again, he's still the principal. I had that Jack burns a bridge. I don't know literal or figurative bridges burned, as far as we know.
I don't really think so. I think everyone was cool with him.
He seemed to get pretty weird about a pen during like a date, but that didn't seem to matter.
Nope.
Number 3, the class is getting Jack a date. Nope, they're just passing his pen around. And the number 4, the lady teacher. Why can't I say it? Lady teacher trio is fighting, but no, just doing their normal great stuff.
Mm-hmm. Is it a big old donut?
Yep.
I think I'm there as well. I've got Sarika as a teacher, and clearly not. Jack wears orange, and I was keeping an eye out for this one, and he did not. He had like a gray-black sweater. And had Ralph has a love interest, which he didn't, though he did have the Paula Pella character who helps balance him out a little bit. And then I had that Jack is leaving the school at the end. And there wasn't a type of Hail Mary setting change like that. So nothing for me.
Nothing either. Really quick before we end, Joe, do you have anything to say about the color palette in this episode?
It wasn't as it wasn't as obvious in the finale, but still very much when they're in the school, it's that like teal and orange.
Yeah, I mean, I almost noticed that in the classroom because there's like a lot of like kind of like bright wood around like the chalkboard and stuff. That kind of really sticks out. I noticed that this episode, but besides that, I didn't really notice a whole lot. So, all right, listeners, that's it. That's the podcast. But if you want to hit us up with show suggestions or just get in touch with us for whatever reason, you may at F&L Podcast on the Twitter or on the Gmail. We have Instagram and all that stuff. Links are in the description below. And if you're bored, you could also rate us 5 stars. Think about it.
Like and
All right.
subscribe. Follow
Yeah,
the
do
gram.
that. Yeah, sure. All right, we'll see you next week. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.